Way. Testing the microphone. 1, 2, 3, test. Okay, seems to be working fine. Pum 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 pum. Pom 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 pom. Nearly ready, I'm nearly ready. Pom porum. Pom porum. Pom porum. Porum pom pom porum pom pom porum pom pom porum. I'm just setting up the needed stuff. Bum 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 bum. Tum 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 tum. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I am ready. I am ready. Okay. Hello, beautiful people. Good evening. Oh, I don't have my horns. Why? Why? Didn't we have Shift Control 3? What the hell is Shift Control 3? It doesn't work. This thing is working so-so, but anyway. Pre-cache. Shift Control 3. I mean, it seems it's working, but it's not. Wait a second. Wait a second. Now we have the horns again. For Halloween. That's a bit too much, though, no? Are we zooming in too much? No, I think it's okay. I also wanted to have glasses, but... Can we become... Wait. Can I change the color of my... I think I can change everything. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, I don't know how to do it actually. Ah, here. So, for example, if I want to have red eyes, holy moly! Look at that! I mean, that's a bit too much, maybe. That's a bit scary, huh? Are you scared by the red eyes? Uh-huh. Red eyes. I can change the eye sides. What do you mean? Huh. Oh my god! I'm a different person! That's insane! Oh wow. No, I cannot change my eye that much. Cannot do that. Fur color. Holy. Oh wow. Oh shit. Oh. Oh la la la. Look at this, bro. I didn't know I could do this. I mean, I knew, but I never really tested it. Wow, I can change any color I want. Oh my god, that's insane. I will never get the color as it was. No, we can just reset to the... Oh wow, this white is super cool, by the way. This white is insane. Can I have white, black? White, black. That's too much though. Oh, I can become gray. I can become grayscale. Oh, I like grayscale. Haha, I like that. I mean, my natural fur color is better, I have to say, but... What about the... What about the coat? Ah, it can be red! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh, now we're speaking! Oh yes! Wow, that's a real Halloween thingy now. That's the real Halloween thingy now. Aha, I like that. Okay, let me rename this because this needs to be saved. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's fantastic. Oh my god. Okay, I'm having fun with this. Okay guys, I think it's time to start. Happy Halloween to everyone. I guess that probably tonight you will not be here, but you will be, you know, celebrating Halloween. That's fine. I am here. I love this skin. I mean, the skin is insane. I mean, it's insane. It's incredible. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. Oh wow. Yum. Anyway, happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome. We are working on. Sorry, I'm eating something. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. So we are working on our fishing minigame, and we are pretty close to have it functional. And I was thinking, oh wow. This one is not bad at all. I think it's still loading. No? Or are these really this color? I don't know. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah. Yeah, it is something old that doesn't exist anymore. Is it still compiling shaders or not? Because we need to find something to actually. I love my skin, by the way. Oh my god, it's so good. Ah. Um. Ah. Still preparing shaders or not? Maybe there is some stuff that is not working. How do I move in here? Can I move? Okay, GG. It's a showroom but doesn't really work. Okay. Pam param. Let me change the music. Because plane ship music is nice, but you know. I heard enough. Ah, this song is fantastic. This song is fantastic. I don't know if you play the old Golden Axe, but it's absolutely insane. Probably not. Okay. Why I cannot move? So I cannot see this. Okay. GG. You can only see it like that. And these balls, I don't know what they are. BP Ray Spawner 10. Uh-oh, everything disappeared. Just now. I don't know what is going on. There is an old, there is a kind of old project, right? And it may be that it's not working anymore as it was. Seems to work at runtime at least. Oh wow. Why they work only at runtime? That's a bit weird, no? That's a bit weird. Is the only camera that we have? No, we have multiple cameras. So in theory, we should be able to switch between cameras. Yeah, I assume there is a way to switch between cameras. It's just that I don't know the key. Let's try tab, space, whatever. I'm pressing all the possible keys, but it's not doing anything. Mouse clicks, nothing. GG. GG! Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Wait a second, because I want to take a screenshot of my own face. How do I go up? Fuck it. I go up like this. Wait. Hey hey! Hey! What a silly face. Probably like this is better. Para-para-pam, para-ra-ra-ram. Pa-para-para-pam. Pa-pa-para-pam. Okay, sorry guys. I was just sending a picture because I really like that skin, and so I wanted to send it out. Should be like this, right? It's centered enough. Yeah, I think it is. So what is the idea? The idea, it seems that this whole project is kind of broken, but anyway, it's not calculating things the way it should. Like this coin doesn't have a texture. I don't know exactly why. It seems that everything is. Maybe I should just resave everything and reopen it. That could be a good idea, because I think it was. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fanner. Fanner. Lost 1,000 points. Why does saying is still open? Because it's the content browser. I see. Let me see if it's working better now, because I think it was a bit fucked up. It's kind of still fucked up. I mean, it seems that some stuff is just not loading, or is loading only at runtime. Very strange. Oh, coins. Coins I don't really like, but I think I like this guy. This guy I kind of like, actually. I don't know if he's too complex, but I kind of like, and at least I like the bottom part. The top part can be a bit annoying, but because I'm thinking, you know, what I was doing, I was trying to have the I was thinking. So what I did is basically to change the way our bobber looks when you can click on it. Like now you can click on it. I don't know if I want to close the. If I want to close the ability to click. I have to think about it. The only thing that I see is that. Let me see 1 second. Is it bouncing or is it just standing still? It seems he's not. It seems he's not bound. I mean, it's bouncing. I mean, we have two movements, right? We have the small movement and we have the big movement. But the small rotation seems is not happening, or if it's happening, is happening at an extremely low rate, right? Is it because the distance is very high? Let me see. I'm thinking. Because let me see. In theory, because I don't know if he's considering the distance, but it should not in theory. Rotation speed, right? So the rotation is independent. The rotation speed is completely independent from the. Good. I think it's just slow. I mean, I think that now that we are moving much, right? I think we have a rotation speed that probably looks a bit too slow, right? And is this the only place where we have the rotation speed, or do we have other place? I hope it's the only place. Yeah, I think it's the only place. Yes, we have the set and the get. Yeah. So let me try to do 715 and see what happens. Well, I should have done probably a fixed value to understand the real rotation. I think it can change when we are moving, because when we are moving, I think that the rotation should be way, but it's already better. It is already better. No. So the idea is, what if we... Wow, is randomizing always bottom? What if I was thinking? What if we put when you have to click, right? An effect on top of the bobber, which can be this effect, but also can be this effect without the pickup circle, right? So just this, right? Maybe it's even too much, actually. Maybe like this is enough. I don't know. Well, with this is much better for sure. But I think it's not really... I mean, we can try it and see how it looks. We can make this smaller, obviously. I mean, at the moment it is fairly big. I never work with Niagara, and we have a bit of I mean, we have a bit of work to do here to understand exactly how the hell it works. Like if I want to have this one scaled, how to do it. But I hope that there is, here it is, scale. Okay, fantastic. So I could do a 0.5, right? Yeah, I can do a 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. If you want to make it smaller. No, it's not what I want. I don't know. We will have to see. But this effect I think is nice. It may be an indication that you have to do something, right? And it can be attached to the bobber and can be turned on and off, right, as needed. Maybe we can change the shape. I don't know, but I think it's not bad actually. I mean, if we could have a fish. Oh wow. That's not a fish. Oh wow. Okay, let's try to put this into our other project. Do you think it will work? Yeah, it will work. Yes, I think so. Because anyway, Niagara is now default since pretty long time, so it should not be a problem to import this guy in. So let's try to, what is it, migrate? Yeah, migrate. Save. Well, I don't want to save anything, so can we just let me just reopen the project maybe. I don't want to do any changes to it. You didn't say anything about my new skin, Funner. Do you like it, or do you like more my default one? So why as soon as he opens, he automatically... Huh? The function called initialize particle is deprecated. As 5.3, this function is now fully deprecated and a conversion script will run to attempt to map the existing input to the module. Most configuration should be successfully transferred. Double check the behavior of new version is added. What do you mean? I just save it and open it again, or what? Scared me a bit with that. No, it's the same. What do you mean? This version is now fully deprecated and a conversion script will run to attempt to map the existing input to the new module. The existing input to the new module. Any pickup circle particle spawn script interpolated. Particle spawn script interpolated. Where do you think is that script? I mean, it's actually probably is a script that is added here. Here it is. Particle spawn. Deprecated module. User recommended replacement. Here it is. Fix the issue. Well, it seems they fixed it. It's kind of cool, actually. He did it. I just clicked on fix and he actually fixed it. Let's see if it's still the case on this one. On this one, unfortunately, we don't have a fix button. Okay. There is still this one that has issues. But this one doesn't have a fix me button. The fix me button was pretty cool, by the way. It's pretty nice to have a fix me button. Initialize particle warning. Can we just remove this initialized particle? Where is this initialized particle? Here, this guy, initialized particle. User position, scale factor. Scale factor 40, 40, 40. Holy shit. Nice the aura. Can we just decide a scale somewhere else, or? Because I think the main thing that this is changing is the scale. Particle spawn, initialize particle sphere location. Sphere location is fine. Particle spawn, color, linear color. Color, linear color. It doesn't like this initialized particle. But it doesn't tell me how to convert it. Let me save it, open it again. I think it will do no difference, but it is working anyway, but it's still, we're still getting this. Deprecated original initialized particle 001 point attribute, but How different is this initialized particle from this one, right? That is what I don't fully understand. So it seems to be the same. Maybe there is just another one that is pretty much the same name. Let's see. Initialize particle. Okay. So lifetime is actually user lifetime. One. Okay. Which is the same as this. I don't know if it's the same as this actually, because here there is no information of what this user means. Mass. I don't think we have. I don't think we care about mass. We care about color though. Color. Let me copy paste it and see if it works. Yes, it seems to work. Okay. Color we have. Then we have the scale factor. Yeah. And then we have what? This material random. Material random sounds pretty weird. Also because here material random is not there. Material random. What is this thing? It's not even used, by the way. Material random range float. There is no material here though. Material, dynamic material parameters. Noise. I'm a bit lost in this conversion, so this material random. Point attribute. Let me check something. Material. Okay. Material random. Let's do Unreal Engine. Material random Niagara. Deprecated. Anyway, I don't think I wanted to fix it, but I think we don't want anyway this aura, right? So we could probably just disable it or delete it, and it's fine. I think we can do it just with the two circles. I mean, the aura was cool, I have to say, right? I cannot say no. The aura was kind of cool, right? I don't know how it would look on top of our fishy thingy, but definitely looks kind of cool. Ah, you like it, eh? You like it, fun? Yeah, I think I like it as well. It's very nice. It's very nice. I just changed the color, by the way. I mean, it's not something special, but the horns are very, very nice. Yeah. But I cannot post pictures in that channel because I wanted to show it to Let me give the oops. Okay, I posted it. So, okay, let's try to bring this into our project and then we will see what happens, right? I mean, I think as soon as long as it's deprecated, it's kind of complaining about it. So maybe, you know what we will do? We will just duplicate it and we will call it ns pickup simple, and in this simple we just delete this, so we don't go crazy with this guy complaining all the time, right? Fantastic. Now we try to migrate this into our other ooh, wow. Holy. All of this just for that simple thingy. I mean, I understand the gem, I understand the SS, which is the spheric circle. I don't understand too much 4 textures. Okay, there are some mathematical stuff for... okay, let's assume that is good. Seems to be a bit too much, but anyway. We will put it in our phishing test. That is... and now I need to find it again. Here. Is on G marketplace phishing test. Okay, content. Okay, go. Okay, so now we should have it on our other project, right? I think the gray fur makes you stand out. Yeah. Yeah, I did it by purpose on the, you know, to have a high contrast with the red. Absolutely. Okay, so now we have this thing here. We will have to move it somewhere else, but it will have to be moved under particles, but okay. Now, if I want to associate this to my bobber, what should I do? Good question. I think I just have to do this. Oh my god, it automatically selected because it's selected in the content editor. Genius editor. This program is insane, you know? It thinks ahead of you. Okay, so, but now it will be always on, right? Yeah, it will be always on. It's kind of a bit too big, I have to say. It's kind of a bit too big. Do you think I can scale it without the effect going crazy or not? Looks, the answer seems to be yes. The answer seems to be yes. The only thing that I don't know is if I really wanted to have, I mean, if I just want to have the circles or I also want to have the top, right? That I'm not completely sure. Because the top is actually a bit invasive, right? So it's, I don't know, it seems to be a bit too much. Um, and it will go away. So basically my idea is to activate it and deactivate it when basically you have to press a button, right? So when he's, yeah, the problem is that he's basically always active, right? He's basically always active. I was thinking there were less places, less times where he was active, but he's basically active all the time. Why is active so much? Well, basically every time the let me think about it. Because let me think about it. Why so? Only one way to find out, yeah, to test it. But I think it's a bit too much. But I wanted to switch, between on and off. So, and also you should start off, right? I think we have enabled, right? Or we have enabled or we have tick. Start with tick enabled is already false, by the way. Visible, visible. So we can have visible false. Okay. We can have visible false. So at the beginning is not there. Then when I want to turn it on, I want to turn it on. Yeah, I want to turn it on here. Let me change the name of this thing. Activate marker. Let's call it activate marker. Otherwise, it's so confusing. So basically, if activate marker is true, we change the material of the bobber to be yellow, and we make our particle system visible, right? While if it's false, we go back to our previous material and we make it invisible, right? Your Tiger Aura came through and gave me a message to put in my dentures. What do you mean? What do you mean? You have a skeleton one? Let me put this at the bottom. Yeah, I think docked is actually, I don't know, I mean, maybe I'm old style, but I like it docked. Okay, so now we are turning it on and off based on that, but I want to see when this is called, right? Because this is called what are we doing here? Choose a point and move it and set it as a target. Yep. So in this case, activate marker should be true, I guess. Right? And here is when we go. Yeah, it's like here I would like to have it off. Because yes, we allow the counter move, but in theory is a mistake if you press, right? So you should not really press. So we should go back to no. Exactly. And here definitely is no activate marker. And here, what is going on here? Bad move. There is a bad move, so it should also deactivate, right? It should not make it worse. Okay, so let me see if this is. So it starts off, as you can see, and then there. Why the texture is not yellow though? The texture is not yellow. Why? Huh? Huh? Floater matte 1, right? Floater matte 1 is okay, it's not yellow. Okay, so it's the opposite, but it was working before. Okay, probably because it was the opposite setting. Yeah, it was the opposite setting. So this should be matte 2 and this should be matte 1. Okay, it's not a big difference, right? But we have just the tip. The tip is yellow. The tip of the bobber, instead of being red, is yellow. That's the only. Yeah, you see. I find the. I find the geometry very distracting, so I will remove it for now. Let me see if without is better. I find it distracting. I find it kind of annoying actually. It doesn't fit too well, so let me do this. Let me do this. And let me remove the rotating thingy. Okay. So this is now fairly simple, but I think I prefer simple and fitting than like fancy and out of place. Right? I have 6 missing top feet, so I have a partial denture. I don't know as much as. Oh wow! What happened? Did you? I mean, was it an accident or what? What happened to you, Fana? You never told me. No. I think that the marker helps a lot. So basically, whenever there is the marker, you have to press a key, and it's so much better than before, I have to say. Yeah, it's much better. I mean, you still mess up, right? But it's so much better. Okay, I think we can leave it like this for now. Why is moving below water? This in theory should never happen. What the hell is going on? Okay. So now the point, okay, I think it's not too bad. I kind of like it. At least it's an indicator, and I think it's fine. One thing I want to do, I want to allow the camera to move, right? So basically, when we are in fishing actor BP, I would like to have. I would like to have. Sorry, I got distracted by a message. I would like to have the mouse move the camera, right? I think that would be nice. I think it's better if it's even better if it's centered on the middle of the mini game, because at the moment I think that the camera does the camera have does the camera have a viewpoint? No. I mean, the camera at the moment is kind of fixed. So the camera does not have a spring arm, right? The camera does not have a spring arm. So if it does not have a spring arm, I think it will not move. I think it will not. Material rolling to the point they have to be extracted because they. Oh my god, Fanner, what the fuck? Why did you do that? Holy shit. Okay, now I know. Now I know. But yeah, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. Okay, so how do we want the spring arm to move? Do we want the spring arm to be centered? I think the best would be, I have to understand how the spring arm, because I remember it, but I don't really remember it, right? So, and also, let me see one second. Like when you are in third person, right? The mouse, exactly. The mouse is driving the camera, right? So we want something very similar, but I think it would be nice if the center is the mini game. Let me think. How do I do that? Huh? Yeah, you see that there is the camera boom, exactly. There is the camera boom and the follow camera. Camera boom is a spring arm. It's called a camera boom now. Yeah, so you have a camera boom. This component tries to maintain its children at a fixed distance from the parent, but will retract the children if there is a collision, and spring back when there is no collision. Exactly. Because we may have colliding stuff right around, so I think this is required, right? This camera boom is required, so I cannot do without, right? So I need to add a camera boom spring arm. Yeah, spring arm, and the camera will be inside. Yeah, now at the moment it's not moving, right? Cannot move it, no. So to move it, we just have to redirect the mouse movement Is it doing this or what? Because wait, are we doing this? Ah yes, it's also adding. When I move the mouse, it's also adding. But if I'm not going forward, right? Because I don't want to change the rotation of the character in any way. I was dumb, which all got to say. Okay. Well, you know, in life we all make mistakes, I guess. One way or another. We all make mistakes. Because we are human that we make mistakes. So okay, I don't want the mouse to actually change the controller. I want the mouse to change the camera. The problem is that the camera is attached to me. Okay, how can you visualize the spring arm? Ah, is this one? Okay. Can I change this? Ah, I can. So I will have to position basically the spring. Well, I can position it just in front of me, like this, right? Is this? Do you think that this is working? Because this seems not to change anything, right? So the camera boom seems not to follow really. Yeah, but you see, now it's doing what I want, right? Which is to rotate around a different point, which is actually a point in front of me. Okay, that's very good. I mean, this is crazy in this example, obviously, so we don't want to do that actually. I think I'm going to Control Z everything, but okay. But if we do it here, right? Which I think is already the case, by the way. Yeah, exactly. If we do it here, and now, but I think I should only drive the camera position. I don't think I want to drive the controller position, because the controller position is still my character. No? Because what is this doing on mouse? You see what it's doing on mouse input? It's doing. I mean, we can copy and see what happens, right? So it's not a big deal. But I wanted to. Maybe I wanted to understand it, but maybe it's too much to ask. Let me do this because these are tests. This is real stuff. So the real stuff I put it here. The tests we can just leave them, you know, down below, hanging in there. So let me see what happens now. Nothing. Is actually not. Because there is no input axis term defined. Why? Well, this will have to be changed then for our project because it will depend. Input axis. Where is that? What? Isn't input? I think it was input. Why there is because it's empty. There is no axis mapping at all. Oh wow. How it is possible? My camera moves. My mouse moved my camera. So how it is possible that works if I think it's probably a default call something different. Let me see. Third person character, right? Camera input. Enhanced input action AI look. What? IA look. What is this? Is this a new thing? Is this a new thing or what? What is this? Input action. Enhanced input action look. I think it is something new that we don't know. Yep. I think there is something new that we don't know. Input action jump, look and move. I think these were introduced probably with the newest version of Unreal. Oops. What is this? Enhanced input action. Enhanced input. An overview of the enhanced input plugin. For Unreal Engine 5 projects that require more advanced input feature, like complex input handling or runtime control remapping, enhanced input provides developer with an upgraded path and backward compatibility from the default input system of Unreal Engine 4. Huh. This implements features like radial dead zone, coded action, contextual input, and prioritization, as well as the ability to extend your own filtering and processing a raw input in data asset-based environment. Oh, wow. Hey, Fanner, you won 2,000 points? Holy. Well, that's a lot. Dynamic and contextual input mapping. When you use enhanced input, you can add and remove mapping context or runtime to the player. This makes it easier to manage a large number of actions. Oh my god, it is so good. This is for our shortcuts. This is the final solution. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let me do something. Let me take a note because we absolutely have to learn that. I mean, not today, but finally they realized that the old actions was not good enough, right? Because we have exactly this problem, right? We have multiple shortcuts defined. So review. It's a bit tough in black on black. Review enhanced input action, right? For shortcuts bar. So we have to review it, understand if we can use it, but it seems that it's answering to a very strong and important need, which is the need to manage a large number of actions, right? Because yeah, in our that is very interesting, guys. For example, if you have a character that can walk, sprint, and be prone, for each of those character movement type, you can swap the mapping concept of a control key to different action. While walking and pressing control key, you should crouch. While sprinting and pressing control, then you should slide. Yeah. But input. It's main four concept: input action, input mapping, input modifier, and input trigger. Oh my god, it's a whole system, bro. It's a whole system. Input actions are the communication link between the enhanced input system and your project code. Input action are the conceptual equivalent to action and exit mapping names, except that they are data asset. Its input action should represent something that the user can do, like crouch, fire weapon. You can add input listener to the blueprint of C++ when input state changes. Okay. Input action can be several different types with reminder behavior. You can make a simple Boolean action or more complex 3D action. The type of action determine. Okay, we have to study it a bit, but I think that this is actually very nice for us. If I understood a bit, it's actually very nice because we have the only problem I have is what if you have to define hundreds of them, right? Well, yeah, because I mean our shortcut bar is already 27. The basic structure of an input mapping context is a hierarchy with a list of input action at top menu level. Under input action level is a user input. So this new example in Unreal Engine 5, I mean, we just created, an Unreal Engine 5 blank project, right? And then we started to work on the phishing thing. So this project has been initialized by Unreal Engine 5.4. And so that's probably why he's using input action, right? So if I go, so where do I find these things? Where do I find, there it is, there it is, there it is. Jump, look, and move. I never seen these icons, so this is the new stuff, right? Input action. So look, for example, right? So you define look as what? You define look as value type axis 2D. Well, if you can zoom in, I don't know, but should be 3D maybe, but okay. Axis 2D. Take I as absolute value. Input consumption. What is a... You think that axis 3D is actually... may have broke something. Well, it's probably adding the Z. Right, if I go 3D here, it's probably adding a Z value. Yeah, exactly. It's adding a Z value there. That's all it's doing. But I don't know if then the Z value is read by, is consumed by the mouse wheel, right? Which is probably what we want. But yeah, anyway, this is already working this way. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, can we reuse this also for the other actor? Probably yes. So let me copy this and put it in our... so basically this is all stuff, right? So this is not needed anymore. So we're not linking to... Okay. I mean, overall it's interesting. It's always good to learn new things, It's always nice to learn new stuff. So now, if I go in my camera mode, but it's not doing anything though. It's not doing anything. Do we have to associate this to the character somehow or not? I think we need to understand how it works though, because add mapping context, input modifiers. Directional input. A good example of input modifier is two-dimensional direction input action with a mouse game analog stick in two-dimensional movement. Simple. Okay, there was the key configuration. You can achieve this controller scheme applying the current input modifier. Not very clear to me, but I guess that if I open the move, probably we will understand it. Move. Move has absolutely nothing. So move is taking X and Y and he's putting it inside movement input. Okay. Yeah, the question is why this is not... I mean, let me see if this is triggered or not, because if it's not even triggered, Ray. Because I don't know if it needs to be registered somehow. Yeah, exactly. Is not registered to this character somehow. AI look. Where is that? Maybe the constructor? No, not in the construct. The gameplay. Enhance input local player subsystem. Add mapping context. Add mapping context IMC default. Okay, so the default is needed. Default is like the container of all the mappings. Jump, move, and look. I see. Well, that's pretty easy then. So we create a new one for our fishing guy. Okay, I see. So I think we should start to organize a bit our data because it's becoming a bit of a mess. Let me move all the meshes and the textures, right? Because it is becoming a bit too busy. Okay. So what remains here are and we can have an FX, and under FX we can put the sounds. Right? Under FX we can put the sounds, and then okay, we have the particles here. It's fine. I mean, this noise cloud, we have it like 100 times the other side, but fine. What is this Ray 5? Pretty cool, actually. Very nice texture. Very nice texture. Just 1 second. I'm going to the bathroom and coming back, okay? Don't go anywhere. I was willing to eat just a fruit, but it took more than expected. How do you call mandarino in English? Mandarin, exactly the same. Yeah, I'm eating one of those. 1 second. Huh? I'm eating one of those. Mandarin. Okay. I thought he had like a weird name, you know. Because in English, the fruits tend to have weird names, like pineapple, for example. Pineapple is very weird, if you think about it. It's not coming from a pine, and it's not an apple. So, yeah. Why do you call it pineapple? Right? Not bad. No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I ate one of these things. A mandarin. I don't. I cannot imagine how you pronounce it though.
Mandarin.
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 Mandarin. Okay, in Italian is mandarino.
Mandarino.
Mandarino. Mandarino is a fantastic name. Mandarino. Okay, a small manda. uh, yes, we were checking the movement of the camera. Okay. So yes, he has to be okay. What is the name of this new object? Is what? Is a input mapping context. Okay. So we will create a new input mapping context and we will call it fishing actor EMC fishing actor. And inside the input mapping context, we will add look. Okay. So meaning that you can only look while you are in fishing mode. Good idea. And so now I have to associate my... So I basically have to do this, huh? In my fishing actor BP. Isn't that a bit of a duplication though? No, no, okay. It's not. Fine. I think it is. Okay. Begin play. Let me see like this. Fishing actor. Do we start two instances? Because I cannot double click. No, okay. Fuck, it's not moving at all. Not a million, not a thing. Okay. Cast to player controller. So get controller. Cast to player control. What? Huh? Well, yes, in theory, yes. Get enhanced input local player subsystem. I mean, I don't know. How do I enable it? Is this added somehow to the third person character in a way, or how? Huh? How is this? Because it looks like in our new character, right, in our new actor, maybe it works only for no. Do you think it works only for characters? No. Because our fishing actor is a pawn. It's not a character. But I think we don't fail here, right? I think we don't. I can put a debug, but I don't think we fail here. I think we go through. The problem is that probably... we fail? We fail, huh? Spawn rod. Really? So this is not considered to be a player controller? What do you mean? Wait, what? What? No, wait, I'm messing up. I am messing up. It's not this that we want to modify, but it's this. Not a player. Okay. Okay. Oh, really? That's kind of weird though. Is it because we... Let me see, because the problem could be that we generate the Self spawn rod. Spawn rod is spawning the actor and is possessing it after. Ah, I see. I see. So we cannot do it in begin play. Okay, fine. We cannot do it in begin play, my friends. We cannot. Oh my god, I'm always freaking clicking on the wrong one. We cannot do it in begin play. So we have to create a new thing that is called setup whatever. Like setup access mapping, right? And we will have to call this after the creation here, otherwise, right? Yeah. I mean, we have set up, but I mean, fine. I could have done it in the same, function maybe, but fine. Let me see if I'm a player now. Oh, I am a player now. Still, my mouse is not moving anything. Why? Because we don't have a... No, we do. So we have an enhanced input local thingy, right? And we are going through, sorry, not IMC default, but IMC phishing actor. Well, anyway. IMC phishing actor, right? Which is my look. But still is not working. IMC phishing actor. Priority 0. Options. I mean, we copied from here, so it's exactly the same as that. My feeling is that it must be a character. It's a pity though. Yeah, you see that we have a bit of an error here. We have a bit of an error. Can I clear this thing? Clear log. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again clean and see what happens. So the log is saying, yeah, there is actually an exception. There is an exception. So execute graph setup access mapping, right? So the exception is actually inside of the exactly inside of this function, and it's saying setup access mapping. Execute graph third person character spawn rod third person graphic input key. Yeah, exactly. Execute graph finish actor BP. Yeah, it doesn't really give me any particular error though. It doesn't give me any particular error, unfortunately. Add mapping context. Because we have the subsystem though. We have the subsystem running. And it seems to be probably on the controller, right? Yeah, on the controller. So in reality, the fact that this is a pawn and not an act and not a character, this should not make any difference. Add mapping context. So no, I think actually it should work. But are we? Look trigger. Are we ever going there? Because if we don't go there, is definitely a problem. Oh yes, we do. Okay. Okay, we do. Do 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 do. One thing I learned once I finish reading the new chapter, I go back and review an old chapter so I can become better in C++. Yeah. I mean, my suggestion really is to, yes, read a bit of the book, which is fine. But at the end, really practice, right? Really practice. So do some examples, some simple examples. I mean, obviously you need to understand the basics because otherwise, if you cannot even read, right? If you see a piece of code and is like reading Arabic, I understand. But at the same time, I think that with a simple example, things immediately go more, I understand, right? So it's easier to understand if you see something running. At least for me, it's like this. Okay, so the good news is that we actually call this. So this is now getting called properly now. But this does nothing, right? So the question is, should I get the camera and another rotation or what? Because it seems that this is not really doing anything. Because it is adding input to the controller rotation. Consider that we disable movement. Right? We disable movement on, so you cannot move your character. So the only thing that we can affect is actually the camera. And I don't know if I have to say camera add rotation or because it doesn't have any controller, right? But I think the rotation will really rotate the camera, will not move it. I think I need to add, I mean, I can try with rotation, but I think rotation will not work. Because if I add rotate, so if you look at our thing, right? This is our fishing actor, and this is our camera. So if I take the camera and I rotate it, this is the result, right? And it's not what we want. What we want is, well, not even that though. Should I rotate the spring arm then, or what? Yeah, I should rotate the spring arm actually, which is what I want. Yeah, exactly. I need to rotate the spring arm, not the camera. So the camera, we don't care. So if I add, we can add local rotation, I think. Oh, add relative rotation. This is compared to the parent, and local is I think when I do this is what? Cannot click it. Interesting. When I do this is what? Is word rotation. I think it's the same actually. Local rotation. Is local. It is word. I don't know if it makes a difference actually. But X, Y, and Z. Yeah, X, Y, and Z. Well, in our case will be. Why this is X? It's a bit weird that that is X, huh? Because this is Y. This is Y. And this is Z. Okay. Y and Z. Y and Z. Okay. Okay, why not? Ah. What the fuck? Well, definitely it is rotating. Now, well, rotating, it is rotating, that's for sure. It is rotating correctly. Probably not. Let me try word rotation. But it looked like the Z was wrong. I mean, I was like flipping. I was like rolling. Yeah, exactly. You see this movement? This is not the movement we want to do. Right? This is not the movement we want to do. And also, that is so strange. It seems that it's not really rotating the spring arm. It seems that it's rotating the camera at the end. Let me do X and Y instead of Z. What the fuck? Okay, this is correct to me, but this is definitely not. But it seems it's just rotating the camera, right? It's not using the spring arm in any way to move the camera, which is what I don't understand. Maybe, you know what, maybe I just have to do camera and it will work. Maybe I just, maybe, you know, the engine is smarter than I think. So it's possible that is, yeah, let me try just to do camera. Maybe he's smarter and he's already passing it through. No, it's the same. It's exactly the same. He's not using the spring arm. It seems that he's completely ignoring the spring arm, right? Completely. Top-down player character is a spring arm with a rotation set to absolute. This makes the camera at a fixed angle, even if top-down character rotates while moving around the nav mesh. As a spring arm with a rotation set to absolute. There's nothing like this. Input action, work camera rotation. Input axis turn rate. Okay, axis value. Spring arm set word rotation. Spring arm set word rotation. Set, not add. Because he's using the existing plus. Yeah, he's getting the existing rotation and then he's adding a certain amount. Well, it's the same as add, I guess. Yeah, but it's doing word rotation, right? So aren't we doing the same? Yeah, we're doing exactly the same, actually. We are doing exactly the same. Well, why we have two things coming in? Oh, wait a second. Is this doing spring arm or is it doing camera? I don't know. Maybe it's doing both. Nope. Not even this is correct, because you see that it's rotating around the camera position. Is not rotating around the spring arm position. This is what I don't understand, why it's doing this. Because we said that our actor, right, as a camera here, if we go in, I don't know, left view, yeah, you see, he has a camera here, and as a point which is to the front. Now, how do I know that is actually 0, 0? And can I move it after 0, 0? Let me move it after 0, 0. I mean, this will be very forward, I guess, yeah. But it's pretty much the same, or no? Let me think about it, yeah. The problem is this. Is it the Z? Okay. I mean, it's exactly it's very counterintuitive, so it's the opposite of what you would expect. So it means that this and this are inverted. But it starts to be meaningful, It starts to be okay, I think. Wait a second. Yes, now feels good. Yep. Yes. Now the character is in the way, so you see that as soon as I hit the character, so I think that the point is that we should and then we need to zoom in and zoom out, right? Can we have the look to use the 2D axis? 2D axis. What does it mean? I mean, if I do 3D axis, what is doing, right? Axis 3D, is it using the mouse wheel automatically or not? Because if I connect my Z, because I don't even have a Z here, right? But if I connect the Z, if I do 3D axis and then I connect the Z, do you think that we zoom in or we just go crazy? No, it's not zooming in. I don't know how we consider a 3D. Okay, that's not a good idea. It's fucking up everything pretty much. So 2D is okay, but can we have, I mean, how to have the mouse wheel zoom on Unreal mouse wheel zoom camera enhanced input system? Because I would like to do it with a new system if I can, right? But hello. He's doing it the old way. Yes, he's doing it with the bindings, which is not what I want to do. This I know how to do, but I wanted to do it in the new way. Right? Yeah, because then he's doing this and is. I would like to do it with a new way. I mean, it should not be any different than. Should I create? Should I create another action, right? Should I create another input action and I call it, let me try. But, okay. Create another input action and I call it AI zoom, right? And then action description, zoom camera. And here I connect it to, yeah, it's one axis. And the trigger. I mean, how does he? Huh? How does he know? Axis to the. Exactly, exactly. So 1D value type axis, 1D float. In the mapping, add mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down. In the triggers or in the mapping? What is the mapping? There is no mapping. Huh? Is it triggers? Doesn't look like it's triggers. There is no mouse wheel here. Consume action. Trigger events. Playable mapping key settings. I don't understand what this guy is saying. He's saying that he added a mapping. Huh? Define an input action with value type axis 1D float without triggers or modifiers. Yeah, but this guy I think is still using the old system, right? I think he's going here and he's defining an action mapping. He's saying input action actually, but because here you have mouse wheel for sure. Yeah, you see? Mouse wheel axis. But I wanted to do it October 23. Hey guys. Ah, this guy is doing it. Okay, did the same thing that we did. Float. Okay, that's the same thing that I did. And then what? Ah, fuck, you can map it there? Okay. I see. I see. So the mapping actually is inside the IMC thingy. Ah. Zoom. Ah. Mouse wheel axis, I think it is. Let me see what he's doing. What? Yeah, mouse wheel axis. Okay. I see. What is this guy doing actually? Camera boom, target length. Minus 200. Target arm length 0. Clamp angle. Okay, because it is, you don't want to, yeah, you don't want to move it to zoom like infinite, right? Fine. Holy shit, that's complex.
Now, the difference of each other here above. And that's it for the super zoom. So let's test it out. We can zoom out to 600 and then we can zoom to around 150. Now let's have a look on the footage player where we switch to the first person.
Okay, so this mapping is correct. Its mapping is fine, but then we need to do all of that thing. Hello, OD. Just wanted to say that I played Plane Shift as a very young kid, and it absolutely enchanted me. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. You can still play it now. And we didn't delete anything, so your character may still be there. If you are able to, if you played at least, I mean, you may have some characters that have been deleted if they didn't play more than like few minutes. I think I deleted all the character with less than 1 minute of gameplay, something like that, but just 1 minute, right? So all the other characters that are that have played in the past, no matter what was the time. There was also only one release, the very first release, that I think we didn't migrate everything. We migrated also the people, only the people that wanted to migrate, but it was like very early times. But yeah, welcome back. We are working on a fishing mini game for Plane Shift actually. So this will go into the game, and
Got it.
got it. This will actually go into the game, right? I'm just testing it separately because it's much easier to do stuff in a separate project compared to do it in the real game. And then when this is ready, we will move it. But yeah, the zoom seems to be working. Obviously, your character is in between. Well, I mean, no, sorry, it's not working. The movement is working, but that is not working yet because I need to put in that code, right? So, okay, so the look seems to be fine. I think we can delete all of that and just do this. Okay. And I think we will have to clamp the value because I don't want you to rotate, like if you are here and you start to rotate all around. Well, in theory, I mean, it's not that bad actually. I don't know why I start to get, you know, some roll. Why is getting some roll? You see that here is getting roll. Here is getting roll. Yeah, here is getting roll. Why? Because it's word rotation and not local rotation? I don't know. Is it making any difference? Because it's a bit annoying that it start to get some roll rotation when you go to the side. I mean, I can clamp it, but it's the same. It is very annoying. It is actually super annoying. But wait a second, because now, wait, there is a chance. Because now it seems to work with X and Y. The opposite. Unfortunately, I can't stay so long, but I want to say thank you for creating such a cool world. Thank you. Come back or just go to our website and you can see the new stuff. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. We're gonna make it better and better. I mean, why now is completely off? Bro, I'm trying to find the right combination. I don't find it. Yeah, but you still get the roll. I mean, no. You still get a roll somehow in both cases. It's just different than doing word rotation, but it's still kind of messed up. Still kind of messed up. I think we need to manage this rotation differently. I need an example. I don't want to do the math myself, so there's no way I'm gonna do the math myself. Zero willingness to do the math. Okay, let's see if the zoom works like this guy is saying. There is a lot of is active. Is different than zero. I mean, it's different than zero kind of makes sense, yeah. It's different than zero kind of makes sense. Like, you don't want to do stuff if it's zero, right? Again, it's fine. I mean, it's okay. I mean, you will just add zero, so in theory it's doing nothing. But let's say this guy is saying don't do useless math if not needed, which I agree actually. So he's saying -2. So take this value, multiply by -200. Okay. And that's kind of weird, but fine. Multiply by -200. Camera beam arm length. So camera beam arm length. Okay. Plus this. Okay. Arm length. Oh my god, what did I do? Wait, sorry. This thing is nothing. Let's delete this. This is not used. This was just a test. Yum, 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 yum. So arm length, what is 200 plus, and then it's clamping. Yeah, 150, 600. I like that. Clamp float. 150, 600. So it doesn't go, you know, too crazy. F interp 2 current target. Okay. Current is what? Is the current arm length. Okay. And it is annoying. The target is the result of the clamp. Okay. Target is the result of the clamp. 0.015, 8.0. 0.015, 8.0.
From the target arm length, we branch, and from the target arm length value, we want to check if it's less than 165, for example. Make sure to make it higher than your minimum value of your length. And I click the branch and hit it.
If it's minus than 165. I mean, okay. I mean, this guy tried it, so evidently what he's doing is correct, so it's fine. I mean, it would not make a video otherwise, right? Arm length equal to the value of this. Okay. Yeah, maybe we have to be a bit more compact here. But fine. Okay. And then he's saying if this is less than 165, and then he has a branch. Why? What is doing here? That is kind of a mystery. Ah, for the first person camera. Okay, this we don't need. This we don't need, at least not at the moment. Okay, so let's see what it does now. It moves forward, but super bad, like... No, it doesn't move. It doesn't move, actually. I mean, it does a bit. No, actually it does. It's just that it does from here to there. How it is possible? I mean, the movement is... I don't understand. Can I remove this part because I think it's messing up things? Can we just do it without the F interp to current target whatever, because I think it's making... Okay, so this is too rough, I understand. We still have the problem the camera is completely fucked, but but I think the zoom is just too rough, right? So multiply by 200, multiply by minus 200. I think that this is the right. Let me do a multiply by 20 or something. I mean, if you are colliding, it's not going to do anything, right? I don't understand the... I don't think this way is the right way. I mean, it's doing it, right? It's doing it, but... let me try again the F interp 2. So the current is the current arm length, and the target is this, and this is the value goes there, and this in theory should smooth it. Doesn't look very smooth at all, I tell you. It looks super rough. Yeah. It looks super rough and super slow. I think we have it much better in our game. I can open our game and see how we did it, because it's... Yeah, if you are colliding, it's not allowing you. But anyway, we have the problem. But the first thing I want to fix is the problem of the camera angle based on the forward position. That's really messed up at the moment. And it's super annoying. So rotate camera based on forward point. Camera movement? This is pretty old video. And also... cannot believe there is not something newer and already, you know, functional. How do I fix rotation pivot point gizmo? Camera rig rail and manual rotation of the camera. Yeah, it is more in connection with the character, you say. I can try to use, I can try to switch this to be use controller rotation, but I don't think, uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks interesting, but it doesn't move. I mean, it basically pans, right? It rotates around our point, yes. If I go this direction, and it rotates around the same point if I go this direction. So this I'm going up and down. So it basically rotates around that. But the camera is not facing. Wait a second. Inherit pitch. Who's on the camera bomb? Oh, this way doesn't move at all. This way doesn't move at all. If this component is placed on a pawn, should use the view control rotation of the pawn where possible. When disable the component, we're able to use in the store relative rotation of the component. Yeah, I think we want to have a local, right? So our camera should move regardless of our pawn. So that's what we want. But the problem that we have is that we want the camera to be rotating, right? We want the spring arm to be more forward, and I think we reached that, right? We reached the fact that there is few meters in front of the character, and also we reached the fact that if I do this, right, my camera moves around that point, right, and that is good, I would say, but it doesn't rotate. Like here you see is rotating on the center of my character, right? Properly. So the center of the camera is my character, right? So pretty much I would like to do the same when I am on my fish actor, with the difference that the center is, yeah, which is pretty much this, is pretty much this. I just don't want to have the roll. Yeah, I mean, this is not bad, right? It's just that I don't want to have the roll coming in at any time, ever, right? So how can I? So again, these two feel inverted to me. Yeah, this is now okay, left and right, up and down, right? But now if I go here, oh no, now it's not doing it anymore. Now you see, if I do this, then I roll, right? I don't want this to ever happen, right? I don't want the camera to ever go that direction, ever. So why this happens if this delta is always 0? So the roll is always 0, right? But basically with a certain pitch and with a certain jaw, yeah, exactly. So if I go up 90 degrees and then I go down another 90 from the other axis, obviously I am 90 degrees rotated on the roll. Yeah, that I understand. So as soon as I go, wait a second. So it's like saying, right, I rotate this way and then I rotate up. Sorry, I go up. Now, if I try to go to the right, I will lay down on my right side, right? And it's not what we want. So in theory, so the rotation should always face a point without rolling, which by the way is exactly what the normal character is doing, right? Because I can go up. If I now try to go, you see, if I now try to go right, I cannot really go right. It's bringing me back this way. You see, it's bringing me back this way. So I think I want exactly the same thing. Why I cannot have it exactly like on the character? So let me see how this camera boom is set up, okay? Well, this one is using use pawn control rotation. is inheriting pitch, jaw, and roll. It is on the camera boom. This is not flagged, okay. Lock to HDMD. True if the camera orientation and position should be locked to the HMD, which I don't know what HMD is, but let's try to see if this is maybe not set in our camera. Unfortunately, it is set. Use pawn control rotation. No, like this is not working at all. If I enable this, it's not moving. Is there anything else that is... Because we basically want the spring arm to come back. Target camera length, 300, socket off tangent, prop side, prop channel. Do collision test, I will tick enabled. Use camera lag substepping. How to activate. I don't see anything special really. I mean, the only difference is this one, right? Use pawn controller rotation. And maybe my pawn has a rotation which is wide. I don't know if there is any other setting here. Orient rotation to movement. Use controller rotation, orient rotation to movement. Orient rotation to movement is on the actor. Rotation. We don't have that because we don't have a movement component on this. We don't have a movement component on this actor, so I don't know if it's the type of camera, but I don't think so, because camera component. I mean, it's called follow camera, but it's the same component, right? And the camera boom is a spring arm component, right? So it's not. It's just the only difference maybe is connected to the capsule, but that I don't think. Vertical tilt correction. Pitch plus jaw creating roll on spring arm. Exactly. Hey guys, I'm trying to make a camera attached to a pawn. I'm really stumped on how to stop the camera from rolling. Basically, when the camera always vertical pitch, we live in the maximum minimum value. I'm not sure how to lock the spring arm. Exactly. This guy is exactly our same problem. Okay, so after taking the time to figure out quaternions myself, I started thinking maybe we should also try using quaternion for the spring arm as well. As I was trying to wrap my head around it, but I realized there is a simpler solution. You can even put in pitch limits here where the clamp is, as well as sensitivity settings. What? clamp 99 minus 90 plus 90. He's clamping the so we never reach the point. So that is what he's saying, that we never reach the roll point. Yeah, that could be a solution, I guess. So he's saying, is he using relative rotation? Yeah, he's using relative rotation, which is not even local rotation. But anyway, what he's doing is on the Y, he's clamping it. He's clamping a float on the Y between minus 89.9. Well, we can do minus 80 and 80. So he's saying he will never reach the point of tilting. What happened? Spring gun. We delete the spring gun? Okay. I guess. It's doing it the same. It's exactly the same, bro. It's exactly the same. Let me clamp both just to understand if... No. Bro, it's not clamping shit. Sorry, I have to clamp the stupid monkey. I have to clamp the result, right? Not the value. Yeah. Get relative rotation. Get relative rotation. Mouse Y, mouse X, yeah. Pitch plus pitch plus is doing this direct, right? Jesus. Bum, ba, bum. I remember this game. It's the game that made me mad. I remember this game, Stellaris. I remember it very, very well. I remember it very, very well. What was it? Fuck. This was Z and this was Y. This was Z and this was Y. Okay. Why I cannot move left or right? Probably because this rotation is already more than this. So why? I mean, this one works well, the other one doesn't. Did I do any stupid stuff? No. Which one is working? That is the one that is not working. That is the one that is not working. That is the one that is working. Yes. Now, there is still too much, by the way. I think we want reasonably probably 0 to 80. No, 0 to 60. Oh. Wait. I clamped the wrong one. Okay. Okay. Minus 60 to 0. Minus 60 to 0. Yeah. Well, you can also do a bit more than 0. You can do minus 60 to, I don't know, 20 if you really want. Yeah. Minus 60 is kind of a lot, but... So this direction works perfectly, right? Why the other direction doesn't work? Why this direction is fucked up? Probably because the clamp is wrong? I don't know. Yeah, left, right doesn't do anything. As soon as I... Right? As soon as I try to move it, it's fucking up like a boss. I don't understand why. Is the clamp fucking it up or what? No, it's not the clamp, it's just the... What the? Why it works so crazy? Because it's the jaw? Ah, yes, because it's the jaw. Okay, better. Okay. I find the up and down a bit counterintuitive, like... But... Fine. I think it feels more natural if it's the opposite, but... Yeah, but now we are not rolling anymore, right? We are rolling only if we go over the... I think we are not rolling anymore. Whatever we do. Do we want to have a camera that is going this side? No, I think no. I think... I don't know what is the right relative. 0. 60 minus 60. I think that, yeah, this one, it seems to be reasonable to be open enough. So that it's open like from here to here. I think it's good. The up and down is super confusing because it's the opposite of what it should be. Can we do a minus of this? Can we negate this and do we can just do minus, right? If I do minus, if I do what? This one is the one that is annoying, right? Sorry, just a second, because I'm going crazy with the positions. So this is left, right. Let me just say left, right, because otherwise, right? Because I'm going crazy by always trying to understand which is which. So that is left, right, and this is up, down. Up, down. Ah, we fucked up again. What was it? The X, not the Y. No, it was not the X. How can I fuck it up like 20 times? Like, where's the roll? Is the minus that is messing up? Is it a clamp that is the minus? This minus this. I don't know, this thing doesn't reason well with my brain, so I'm just, okay, now. Yeah, now it feels, yeah, okay, so I got, now the only problem is the collision with the character. As soon as you collide with the character, it's kind of getting a bit annoying, right? And I would say that the zoom is fairly annoying at the moment. So it's very stiff, right? While this rotation is super smooth and nice. It would be nice if we could ignore the collision with our character, but then if we do, we will see inside the character, which doesn't really, I mean, it's not really something that we want to have, right? So you see the collision, as soon as I move left, it's like boom, bumping into it. Which is kind of annoying. But I don't think I can really avoid that. I mean, I can make the camera no collision, but then, right? But then it will go inside your I cannot even, okay, I cannot even do it. Can I do it with the spring arm? Do collision test. Yeah, you can. So if we remove do collision test, yeah, but this will be the perfect cheat, you know, to go through walls. Well, now it's not colliding though. But I think now I can go through walls, right? If I stand here and I fish, yeah, exactly. You see, I can watch after a wall, and this is not what we want really, because this will be abused like a boss. So we cannot disable. We cannot disable collision test. Would be very nice to disable the collision with our character. Prop channel camera. Maybe we will do, yeah, maybe by changing this channel, maybe by changing this channel we can avoid our character somehow, some way. Okay, but that is not a big deal. Now the big deal, okay, so this part I think is good. So the movement feels relatively smooth and nice. I can look around, right? So I can cast my thingy and still look around, right? And I can play my mini game, right? I can play my mini game by having a fixed camera, or now one thing that would be very nice would be to have the camera centered in the center of the box, maybe. But yeah, let's say that the directions are a bit confusing if you are moving the camera to the side. Like if you move the camera like this, right, the direction are completely confusing, because you don't see exactly if it's going left or right, top or bottom, right? So I mean, it could be good to see it from the top, actually. I think the top is kind of a good point of view. Easy enough, because you see when it's going down. Okay. Now the zoom is really bad. The zoom is really bad. It's too stiff. Is not doing what he wanted to do, and is shit. Also, it seems to me that he's not using this, which is the delta seconds. And so I think we should try to find another smoother zoom. I mean, we can open our main project, right, and check how we do it. Maybe we should do that, because our zoom is good, I think. Our zoom is nice. So tomorrow is actually holiday in Italy. Unfortunately, I need to work. I need to work. I mean, I have two things that I have to do. But it is holiday, so maybe I will stream in the afternoon. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Let me see our PS character, right? Yes. Our PS character should have a camera. But here I think is a bit different, because the camera, as you can see, the camera is not here. The camera is created on the fly. And Yeah. Add camera rotation lag speed, enable camera lag rotation, da 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 da. Okay, that's another part of the thing. We attach the component, we keep relative, we keep the spring arm, we have a prop size of how much, I don't know. We set a prop size to 50. Wow, that's a huge prop size. Camera zoom destination, activate field of view, etc, etc. Okay, so then I assume that when we okay, we have a different setting for the mount. Input mouse wheel zoom, -50 comes on destination, plus clamp 015, destination target online word delta second, delta time, interspeed. Yeah, it's very similar actually to what we do. It's very similar. It's very, very similar. The difference is that we are using the delta seconds into this, which this is exactly what I was saying, right? It seems that we don't in our example. So we don't get the elapsed seconds, right, into this delta time. So that I think is a mistake of the guy that is just using a fixed value for delta time, which really depends on his computer and not on the actual elapsed seconds, right? So I should actually, I guess, leave a message here. It was 1 year ago, but anyway. Because here you see he's going with yeah, fixed number of delta seconds. A fixed number of delta seconds. That's a super bad idea. It should be elapsed second. I will test it and then I will write a comment there so that other people may use the thing. Let me see now here. In third speed we say 10. Okay, let's try to use our values. The clamp, we are actually clamping 0 to 1500. This guy is clamping 150, 600. Okay, which is fine. We have this multiplication by, it multiplies by -200. It's a bit of a weird value. We do minus as well. Okay. So, but it's like -50 for us. And then you have the arm length. We set spring arm length, arm length. Yes, current, yes, target, yes, delta time, okay, and then we set, yeah, it's the same, it's exactly the same. Now, the difference was the delta seconds, right? So let's see if it's a bit better with the delta seconds. Feels like shit, but I mean, it doesn't feel like shit, okay? It feels reasonable. I mean, not that great, but fine. The only problem I have is that at the moment the camera position is in front of us, right? So we are not moving the camera position. Let me just leave the comment on the video before I forget. Hi, nice video. Only one thing I would correct. The delta time. Yeah. the delta time on the f_interp2 node should not be a fixed value but should be linked to the elapsed seconds of the action, right, of the action node, of the EA zoom action node, zoom action node. This because depending on the speed of your computer you will get different, speed of computer and FPS, you will get different values, you will get different you will get different values, and that's exactly what delta seconds is exactly what elapsed seconds doing. Previously called delta seconds. Okay. We are commenting as what? As plane shift tutorials? Holy shit. Wait a sec. Why plane shift tutorials, huh? Why we are logged in as plane shift tutorials? Switch account. Plane shift officials. Is this the same video or not? Yeah. Boom. Okay, so I think it's reasonable. There is a bit of the annoyance of the collision with your character, right? Which is making the view when you are here a bit annoying, right? And also the zoom. The zoom, if you are colliding with your character, doesn't really do anything, right? It doesn't really zoom, and it's a bit annoying as well, but I don't think I have much to fix that. But like if you are doing an overview on top of your character, I think it's pretty cool, right? If you do this, it's nice. Now, one problem we have is that the center of this movement is not the bobber, but is that random position that I gave in front of the character, right? And I think that's not good. So I think it should be here before the cast, which I think is fine. But then I think that as soon as we cast, there will be an animation, by the way, for casting. But as soon as we cast, I think that the position should be the starting position, right? Or maybe the start, or maybe the middle, right? The middle point. I'm saying this because if you are high above, right? If you are high above and you are fishing. Now this is not really working because I gave a maximum, right? From here it's actually not possible because it's too high actually, right? So this will not work, but from here it will work, assuming that we can find enough space for dropping our thing. Probably not, probably not, probably not, probably not, probably not. Okay. Okay, let me remove this so that we can test it with a real scenario. this is, wait. So let's say that this is correct, this is too high, okay? So if you go here, it's too high, you cannot really fish, right? Because it's too much. Yeah, then we will have to do some more work for the water. For the water texture, I mean, there's a bit detection of the water texture, but yeah, if you do it from here, right? Now my camera, right? Now my camera, you see that my camera is looking in front of me pretty much, right? While my thing is down there. So would be nice if the camera is moved to the surface position or a bit above the surface position, wherever it is, right? So that the movement is nicer, right? And yeah. And also I think that the default should not be here, but probably the default should be here, right? It should be, yeah, that I think will improve it, because at the moment it's a bit annoying that our camera is colliding with our character all the time, right? And by the way, do we want this? I don't think so. I think we want to rotate the spring arm. We don't want to rotate the camera, right? I mean, but this will change based on the position of the spring arm. No, it will not. No, it will not. So what I'm saying is that maybe our spring arm should be rotated this way to start with, right? So that, let me see. Yeah, that I'm immediately taking this position, even if now I have a problem because the camera is too much, I mean, it's too close. The camera is too close. Camera location. Why is changing two things? I'm only going X. Yeah, much better. Yeah, as initial position, that is way better. Okay, but I want, as I said, the bottom, right? So the spring arm to be down, right? So how do I do this? So I think that when we cast, there are still a number of problems to solve, by the way. We just started on this. No, we just started. No, I think we are way above 50%, right? But if you think that we are at 90, no, we are not at 90. But we are way above 50%, yes. I think I will go soon anyway. Okay, so okay, so we have the camera, right? I want, when I cast, to move the spring arm to the middle position, I would say. So hopefully the camera will not collide, but even if it collides, I think that it will anyway move out of the collision, so it should be fine. Let me try. So when we cast, we are in when we cast I don't like this color. I don't know why they have this color, this one. So weird. Yeah, exactly. Well, or maybe you can have like a middle ground, but no, I don't think so. Like this is much better. Okay, camera input. So we cast when we press C, right? Cast the line, exactly. So when we do this, there is all this work to understand what is the end point, right? And at the end of this, considering if there is enough water, blah blah blah, and we finally find the end spline point, right? And the end spline point is nice because it's already at the height and proper height in the water, and is where we will throw our bobber. Now, maybe you know what we can do. Considering here we do already all the calculations, right? And we also have the midpoint, right? Because the midpoint is exactly the one we want to use, right? So we can maybe return the midpoint. Oh fuck, we don't return anything here. Yes, it's here. So we can maybe return the midpoint. Why not? So we can use it outside, right? Midpoint vector. So this midpoint. Yep. Okay, so now that we have that, it's much easier because we can just from here, you see here we get our midpoint, and so, well, I have to do it after the cast though, huh? Wait a second. Trace down, set water start position, find the tip of the spline, modify the spline. No, I would like to do it at the end, because you know it may look annoying if the camera changes during the cast, unless it's a smooth transition, right? If it's a smooth transition, I think it's fine, but if it's not, it may become very annoying. Because it is when we cast. I mean, I can try to change it, but you know what we will do? We will do something different. We will let me do something different. Let me make this midpoint a global variable. So so that this is set and we can reuse it at any point in time later on, right? Okay. So yeah, we don't need this. We don't need this. We will just delete it. So we set a global variable for the midpoint so we can use it at any time later on. Maybe we will use it also for other stuff like showing the fish or something. So let me try to move the camera, but I think will be kind of annoying, right? So when you also because when you cast, the mini game starts pretty much immediately, and it may be annoying to have a camera switch right while you are, but let's try. So we want I don't know exactly when that happens, but that happens when I switch from when the bobber is moving, pretty much when I switch, not the bobber move on water, no, is the main graph on the tick, right? Yeah, exactly. So when we switch from is cast to on water. So basically what I have to search on water and see strange. Let me do this maybe. Set floater state on water, exactly, here it is. So here is when we finish the movement of the spline, exactly. So if we want here, we could do our camera switch, right? So we could take our fisherman guy, fishing actor, and we can take the camera spring, right? We can get the spring arm and we can set the location. Now we can set the location, but this will be very rough, right? So I think we have to do a slow movement towards that location. Sweep, whether the sweep destination location triggering overlaps along the way, teleport. Well, even if I say sweep, it will anyway not be a smooth movement, right? So it will be an abrupt. So yeah, you see, boop. So is annoying. So we need to do it, but we need to do it with a smooth movement. So the way to do it with a smooth movement is or to use again a F interp 2 on the, or ask Google. Real engine move actor smoothly to location. I think you use a timeline probably, and you just do the. I mean, most likely you have to use a timeline. Let me see if there is another way. No, but no, I don't want to do it in the tick, because in the tick we already. I mean, I understand. If we do it in the tick, fine. Can I do it outside of the tick, please? Yeah, it's using a timeline. It's fine. I think we can use a timeline. I think we can use a timeline. Why not? It's not. I mean, a timeline is not bad. I think anyway, one way or another, we need to. So this will be go to game position, camera. Let's say camera move midpoint. Camera move midpoint, something like that. And there will be a float track. There will be a 0 0. There will be a 1 1. And at the moment, the length will be 1. In 1 second. I think in 1 second is kind of reasonable. It's anyway very close to you. Okay. And the track number and the track name will be percent or value. Let's call it value. Okay, so from our from this, right? They just take it how they do it. So they get the 2 locations and lerp between the 2 locations based on the alpha. Okay, fantastic. That's a great idea, actually. Lerp vector, because you can lerp vector, you see. Very good. So I will take the current actor location of my bobber. Here we are inside the bobber, so is actually get actor location is giving us the what we want. So we will go from here to here, and we will go from here to here, and then we will set the word location or set the actor location. Why we were setting the word location of the yes, because it's the spring arm, which is a piece of an actor. Yeah, I have to do it this way. Yes, I have to do it this way. We can actually teleport, I guess, but this guy is not using anything. The teleport was not there at that time. Okay. We can see if it's smoother or not. I think let's do it from here, because here is where actually it makes a difference, right? Because you are higher, and so your minigame is getting executed far away from you.
Got it.
Boom. Did I remove the other one or not? Did I remove the other one or not? Because it seems that I didn't. Actually, fuck. That's why. Okay. That was why. That is always the reason. Let's go a bit far away, okay?
Got it.
Why did the opposite? Get actor location meet. I mean, I saw the camera coming back, not going in. No? Are we sure that we removed the other one, right? Yeah, I removed it because it was there. Yeah, I removed it. Why the camera moves so weird? So let me do one test first, right? So let's remove this for a second, okay? Let's just do it normally with a very long cast, which I think we never tried, right? We never tried. So this would be the longest possible cast. And the camera doesn't move now. Yeah, exactly. You see the problem? So basically playing the mini game at such a distance is absolutely impossible, right? So this is why I want to move the camera forward, or anyway allow zooming, because at the moment our zoom capability is very low. But I think if the camera can move automatically there, now you will lose sight of your character, right? Which is kind of annoying. But I think otherwise it's kind of tough to play the minigame. So that is why I think we should do this. But I don't know why it really didn't work, right? It looked like my camera was coming back. Maybe because I moved the mouse while it was doing this. That's possible. I will not move. I will not touch the mouse. You see what? You see what it's doing? What? Because I'm stupid like a monkey. It's not get actor location, right? It's not the location of the bobber. It's the location of my is the location of the original spring arm. Yeah, exactly. Because with get actor location, I'm getting the location of the bobber. I don't want the location of the bobber. I want the location. I want the location of the spring arm. Or the location of the camera. No, I think the location of the spring arm. Yeah, exactly. We can do it smoother and we can do it now. What is the problem? The problem is that here you are like in the middle of the sea, right? Well, you can zoom out. I think if we allow to zoom out as much as we want, I mean, the problem is that the vertical position is completely wrong. Why? Why the middle point is not at the level of the water? Because then we trace down. Yes. The midpoint is wrong. The midpoint is up in the air and is not when we collide with the bottom. True. Okay. I think I will go soon anyway. Because this one is the midpoint in the air. The real midpoint, we get it when we do the line trace down, right? But it's a bit risky. Well, we can hack it. We can hack it a bit. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5. So we can say, yeah, it's not very clean, I know. But man, it's 1 o'clock, so 5. So we will do this. It's a bit of a shortcut, but I think it's good enough. We will say if this element is equal to 4, because it's starting from 0, so it's the 5th element, right? If this is the 5th element, which is the midpoint, I can take a note. Come on. Midpoint, right? If this is the midpoint, if this is the midpoint, we store this thing. If it's true, we store this, and we store the impact. Wait, we have to actually store the impact point. Surface. We don't use the. Huh? What? How do we position the bobber on the water? We do another line trace. No, because then we do all the calculation of the freaking thing. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Okay. It's good. We can do it. Yes. Yes. So, but actually, thinking about it, all this 3 guys should be done. On the impact point, right? On the impact point. So on the impact point. Do we want to do it only if it's water? Only if it's water. Well, in theory, yes, because if it's not water anyway, that value is invalid. So we will do this. We will do this. And I will say store the midpoint to move the camera. And this is our impact point. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So now, if I throw very far, yup. That is pretty good, actually. I mean, it's even a bit too close, I have to say, but the only problem is that I cannot zoom anymore. Why I cannot zoom anymore? Why I cannot zoom anymore? Because I'm stuck inside the water? Yeah, possibly yes. Because I'm stuck inside the water. Because the impact point is exactly right. Yeah, this with penetration and this without penetration. So if I take the location, potentially is not colliding, even if it's not colliding just by a millimeter, but let's see. Otherwise, we just go up 10 centimeters and GG, right? Still, I cannot zoom in and out. I cannot zoom in and out. Okay, why? Fuck. Okay, let's go up. Let's go up. Now let's say this plus, right, plus 10 centimeters going up. This would be our midpoint. So this in theory should do it, right? Should have no collision. Well, 10. I mean, our probe is actually 12. Our probe is 12. No, I cannot zoom. I don't know what happened, but maybe it's the size of the probe and strange though. Yeah, now I can zoom. Yeah, the size of the probe, because the probe is stuck in the geometry. So we need to have at least the size of the probe. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go, but this is not bad. So basically, based on the distance of the cast, there is a bit of a mistake, though. The first time it works, the second time, because the zoom is fucking up. I don't know why. Or because the camera is resetting the angle. Got it. Okay. But I think it's not bad. We also have this additional control, right? So we can also control the... So now we have a better camera control. We can zoom in, zoom out. We have a control on the cast. Yeah, I think that was a collision. That was actually a collision. Let me try to throw it very far away, and then very, very, very on my feet. No, it works. The camera movement works, and is very nice. We can make it a bit slower, right? So I think 1 second maybe is a bit tense, but maybe 1 second. Maybe 1 second is a bit too much. I mean, too fast. Maybe 2 seconds. Well, in theory, the distance should be based on... I mean, the length should be based on the distance if we really want to do it right? But okay, those are just refinements. I don't want to do it now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. I'm going, guys. So thank you for watching. I think it was fun. I really liked it. We did good stuff here. We did good stuff. We are doing good stuff. I really like it. We're doing good stuff, and he's improving. Now I know that now it looks bad because it's in this demo level, but when we will do the same in our game, I think it will look much better. Maybe one thing that we have to improve is the actual bobber and how he hangs from the line at the beginning. I think it looks a bit weird, so maybe we can put it at the top of the road, or I can think about it, right? We cannot give him physics easily. I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can give him even physics if we want. But at the moment, I would say that this is good. Now, the integration with our game will be not easy because there are many different things. Like the way the fishing rod is different, is attached to the character in a different way. Then there is the animation of casting. So there are a number of other problems, but I think that We will stay in this mini game still a bit, and the next steps are. Yeah, I really like how the camera is moving, by the way. I like that. I mean, it's very nice. I mean, without it would have been so much worse, right? We will remove the black box, obviously. Now we see it because we want to see where the game starts and ends, but it seems that sometimes we are going below water or why? Was that a down? No, probably not, because it's impossible actually. I really like also the particle effect at the top. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. And I don't know if I want to do the opposite. So to have the particle effect only when you catch it. Because at the moment the particle effect is basically telling you that you can press a key. And here you should not press a key. And here you should press a key, right? And I'm actually pressing it. Now for you it's not very easy to understand because you don't see what I'm pressing. But what happened? The camera moved forward. For whatever reason. Are we underwater now? No, we're not. Okay. I think also with a different water plane, it will look probably better. It will look probably better. So the next steps are. Yeah, when it's colliding, it's kind of annoying. So if you will have stuff colliding around you when fishing, it will be kind of annoying, but that's fine. So we have to do the end of the game. Yeah, we have to do the end of the game. That's pretty much the next step. The next step is the end of the game. And then finally, the visualization of the fish, and then a bit of the difficulty. I mean, we need a difficulty scale, right? Based on the skill of the player, the rarity of the fish, we need some randomization of fishes and all of that, right? So there is quite some stuff to do still, but we're making progress. Okay, guys, with that, I would say bye-bye and happy fishing. No, happy Halloween. And we'll see you next time. If you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good idea. And also remember that our game is actually available to be downloaded and played right now. You can go here and play it if you want. Bye! I also hope you like my skin. Bye!